afraid of a little smell. When I brush lacquer on a table, I want people to see the grain of the wood. When I do a chair or a bureau or some silly box or picture frame, I want the clearest finish possible. I want it to vibrate as if it were alive.
Is that what you think when you brush that stuff on? When you put it all over a chair and make a big mess? With all your talk about emotion and line and form, do you know what I see? I see a production line. You work too fast.
You look too fast.
Cover up your face, Ralph. Cover up your
Face?
Wait a minute, cover up your face, Ralph.
Face?
Hi, I'm Joe Lorario.
And I'm Ed Feldman. Welcome to Furniture to Go.
Wait till you see... Wait a minute.
What?
We don't have any projects.
Well, let's go home then. I just moved. I must unpack.
Suits me fine. I can make the appointment, have the teeth cleaned.
All of them, all 62. Who can that be?
Hey, guys.
Hey, it's Michael Gladfelter.
Of Mode Moderne, our favorite 50s modern furniture store.
I'm glad I caught you two.
What's up, Michael?
Yeah, we were just about to give up and leave for the day.
There's nothing to do here.
What about your public? They want to see you do something, don't they?
No, they'll put on a test pattern.
Yeah, they have a new one featuring us in Iroquois headdress.
I have something for you.
Really?
A genuine Gilbert Rohde mahogany veneer table.
Veneer?
Ew.
No, it's beautiful, and you're just the guys to repair it.
Gilbert Rohde, huh?
Well, you know, he's the famous designer from the 30s and the 40s. A lot of veneer work.
Yes, he was married to my podiatrist. Sounds swell, Michael. Can you have it delivered?
I'll have it sent right over.
Hey, that's service.
Must have a bicycle. Like the way he walks.
Hey!
Who the heck are you?
Delivery.
Delivery, eh?
That's a veneer, all right.
It's a nice top. It's a Gilbert Rohde, all right, but is this it?
I got a base.
It's got a base.
Got a base. He's got a mental problem.
Well, he's got some
I can
problems.
see the veneer over here.
Veneer over here, but we could probably work with the existing finish.
Yeah, we can sand that down and recoat because it's a lacquer finish. Hey, look at this. This is nice.
What's
this
that,
is
old pigskin? I can't work on it now.
Look, Richard Egan, 300 Spartans. I am Leonidas.
Is this all?
I got sticks.
He's got sticks. Well, you know, we could probably put new leather and do 1,000,000 tacks all the way around here. I think we can work with it. Well, I guess I can unpack now.
Big dog bone.
Your teeth are going to stay yellow now. Tell you what, it's a mess over there.
I like it a mess.
You like it? Yeah, well, now we have plenty to do on the show.
Fine.
Are you happy now? You happy now?
It's his fault. He called. Let's move it over to there.
Wait a minute. So that veneer we have to replace. Look, somebody already helped us.
That's a big gouge there. Now,
very
we
big
experimented already, so I know how that's got to be done. I'm going to show you how to do it over here. Let's move it.
Okay, I'm going to get over this.
No, you get over.
I'm going to get over there.
No, right there's fine.
In the middle there.
There you go.
Hey, we have a work table right here already. Isn't that convenient? And all kinds of tools here, as if we had known that this was going to come for us to fix.
How's that? That looks good. Now here you can see.
No, it doesn't. It looked bad.
This is the original seam here. See that?
It's very seamy.
So we take the utility knife, the combo square.
Only because you're watching.
And we go down here. Just going to score it a little bit because that'll break cleanly. And then over here.
We're going to have to find. Well, actually, there's a seam here, too.
No, I made that.
Oh, he made
See,
the seam.
It's kind of like pre-preparation. And I'm just going to go that way there. See, I'm going to have to come up front here. Come front.
And I'll stand right on top.
I got to score this.
We should go to scores after this.
I'm probably going to need it.
Score or scour it.
You want to...
Because believe us, folks, you don't want to replace any more veneer than you really want to.
Well, this is an especially old veneer, too. It's from the 40s. So it's about a 1/16 of an inch.
Right.
You can see here.
Well, I think it's from at least the early 40s. It might be from the 30s. And you know how I know that?
How do you know that?
Well, Rohde died in 44.
Whoa, he did? I didn't even send him a card.
Well, see, the thing is, Gilbert Rohde was one of those designers that did some private work, but most of his work was done for big companies, like the Herman Miller Company. And this might have been a Herman
related
Miller.
to Arthur?
He did Death of a Furniture Salesman.
See, now we can scrape this.
And always hold your hand.
Move your finger.
Oh, okay. Don't hold your hand. Sorry, I almost gave you
Idea is to
wrong
get
advice
most
over
of the
here.
loose parts off, and then comes the fun part. That's where you got to really struggle. There's the part where I scored it. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if it works. Oh, you scored good.
Oh, look, see that?
He
Broke
really
right off.
scored.
Something I can write home to Mom about.
Good thing, see, a lot of veneers, when they dry out like this, they're actually easier to take off. And always wear your chest protector if you're working a chisel
Yeah,
this
never
way.
work a chisel this way.
No, unless you're an umpire.
Never keep the hand in there. When I was in art school, we were doing linoleum blocks with little cutters, and a guy had his hand like this, and,
And
it
now
went
they
right
call him
through his hand.
lefty.
They call him Lynn. Now, sometimes you have a hard time. You can use the heat gun. You
Let's
can
do
actually
that.
put the heat gun on the veneer,
This will be all gone by the time you come back.
and it will
Trust
soften
us.
the old hide glue. Promise.
Scrubbing bubbles, scrubbing bubbles.
You'll wonder where the veneer glue went when you brush your table with
Vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette. Very good. And we wrote that so we don't have to pay for it.
That's vinegar.
Pot of plain old white vinegar.
We put that on a boiler, on
With a scrub brush.
a hot plate, and got it nice and hot.
And that'll help clean off the residue of the old glue.
You
And
can see
I'm
I
also
got it all-
using an abrasive pad for sanding.
That's very important.
very, very
It is,
important.
because they work better than steel wool sometimes.
I know. Well, also, they can conform like this.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you don't get those little nasty pieces of steel in your palm of your fingers.
Yuck.
Over here, I cleaned it, and I'm just sanding with a little bit of
80 grit.
paper, garnet, sanded it down, and it's ready to be veneered. Now, the veneer we bought was a special 16th inch thickness,
So it would match up with the old veneer.
because that's what this is. You can see it matches perfectly.
But, you know, the color's a little different.
Well, we're going to have to take care of that in the next segment. But I took some of the veneer, cut it.
And formed it around.
Actually, we formed it around this, and then clamped it, and then let it dry a little bit, and then brought it to here.
We got this off the J. Ward sound stages, which are right next door.
This is the powder keg. It's filled with gunpowder. It really is. But
Remember
I just
how
put
Boris laughed? Always starts with the letter M.
Meh! It's kind of like a tourniquet. And if we take this,
Or a tourniquet.
or a tourniquet, we take this off. Now we got it. See, it's already bent a little bit. So we'll
As
have a
are
little.
we.
We'll have a little bit. Make sure I got the right side.
Yeah, because one side is
Manufacturer's
good.
side is at the top.
Right, because you got one good edge and then you got one blech edge.
There we go there. See, that's
Gonna go good.
That's what we need.
Now, a lot of people have said, you know, you've done veneer before. Why should we see it again? Well, there's going to be an important difference this time. We're going to do it right.
This time we're going to get it right. Because, you know, there's so many different types of veneer repair.
There's whole sheets on the top.
We could actually do a whole show on veneer repair. Unfortunately, we don't want to do that.
Right, because too many people would fall asleep and we'd die.
Now we'll put this over here and we'll make a little tick
That
Right.
shouldn't offend anybody.
right here. And there's our cut. It's not accurate. I mean, Norm would go a little crazier, but that's
Well,
why he's Norm.
He's got electric pants this year, I'm telling you.
We're going to put the combo square right on here.
Sometimes you might even want to do this part on a table.
It's a combo square. We're going to cut it like that.
And
There's
now-
our line.
And remember, when cutting your veneer, don't put it on the tabletop that you're working upon.
You never want to do that. And then
Yeah.
we'll just go down the thing, just eye it up. I had an uncle was a tailor. Just go like this, come back in 3 weeks.
Right, didn't he make me the suit coat with the forearms?
That was it. Well, you said you wanted a coat of arms.
You doing the mouse?
I could do it in my house.
It's a great rhyme. We're doing the glue now. We already put on 1 or 2 coats.
And
We
now we're
forget-
going to put some glue on the veneer. Now, the veneer we submerge. We cut it to size just about, and then put it in some water to make it easier to bend, because here's a piece that wasn't soaked, and it's a little harder, and
It's brittle.
It would break.
It's veneer brittle, which is really good at holiday time. And speaking of holidays, oh my God, the
What a
Segway.
segue.
The Segway Fairy has certainly visited us today.
Now we're applying some to the veneer
So
now.
as not to get holidays, you have to put on a couple of coats. Put on a
Or
coat
a sweater.
put on a coat of contact cement, let it set up and get tacky, then reapply, so you make sure you don't have any bare spots or holidays.
Just make sure the first coat is dry before you put the second coat
And
on.
over here, I have too many Jewish holidays over here.
Which one is that? The Feast of Plem.
It's the Feast of Plem, where everyone gaily romps through the park. It's an unusual one. We have fun.
Now I'm going to bless this. We're getting ready to clamp. Speaking of clamps, I'm impressed the way you can hold those clamps up.
Well, I used to have a 60-pound parrot.
Oh, yeah? Used to say, what?
Polly wants a cracker, you rat!
Feed me. So we have the veneer on. I put about 4 coats on this and 4 coats on that. And we're going to apply the veneer from side to side, leaving a little bit at the top so we can trim it.
Oh, you hurry up.
Well, I'm going to meet this here first.
I'll start pulling off clamps.
Meet it right here. Let's see if we get it. Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
Good comedy concept, except I can't finish it off. There you go.
It's a beautiful thing here. Wait a
Now,
minute.
what we've done...
I want to roll this.
Got to roll it first.
Just a little bit.
And then...
of course, could roll it more.
To shield the wood from the metal of the clamp, we've cut a lot of paint sticks.
I'm going to start in the middle,
thirds.
too. Start in the middle.
And most paint sticks have a little bit of a curved edge.
Little curve, see?
You'll push that towards the center.
You know what that's from? Cheap wood.
There we go.
Now you put these clamps around here, and you got to be very careful, because if you got a shop, you want to hang something red off of these.
Yeah, especially if you put it off the back of your pickup.
Otherwise, the end of the clamp will be all red.
Danger. Danger. You got to put danger on the tail. All right, you figured it.
Let's have another one.
Out. My fourth wife should have had that hanging off of her
There
tail.
we go.
Danger. Wide load.
Wide load. She was the one when you went into the restaurant, they said, bring her in.
She got on the scale, says, come back alone.
Sat around the house. She sat around the house. There we go.
Okay. Dive, dive.
On the engine room. Let's take these clamps off. We got to trim.
Always treat them nicely. And it's a C-clamp, and you know why you can call it a C-clamp?
Because you can see it. Now, we're going to trim.
After you take off the clamps, if it doesn't pop up and hit you right here, you've done a good job. You want to lay this off?
No, I want to show this thing here.
It's a trimmer.
See, this is a veneer saw, and it's flat, so you can sit it on a flat surface like this, and you can trim. Now, you really shouldn't do it on something like this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Trim towards you.
Because I'm going to clear coat this top anyway, so.
The whole thing's going to be dipped later. And...
I'm going to have to move over this side. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Look, see, we got there. Hey, what'd you do there, Mo? You rat.
And over here...
Wait a minute. I got to trim this bottom here.
While over here,
see
this is already trimmed.
Well, I wanted them to see this blade coming through here.
Sure.
See that?
Over here, after you trim, you sand. I've got 220 paper, and I'm sanding the top to make it smooth.
There we go.
And, of course, you sand the bottom. Of course, with the bottom, you can use a more brutal sandpaper, because nobody cares.
Can I have that 80? Not on the table.
But that's all right. We still have to fix that.
What a professional.
Yes, Mr. K. Hello.
Like this.
Hello. Yeah. Welcome to Celebrity Autopsy. Hey.
Got the veneer all dry,
It
trimmed.
worked. It worked. So far. So far. And the next is stain, or the first coat of stain. I see, Joe, you already put your first coat of stain
Yeah, I did.
on.
Well, you want to show how it looks, because you're putting the stain on there and the first coat right over the raw wood.
Yes,
and this is a
yes.
mixture we used on another project. It's special walnut stain, and it's got some of the Japan color, the burnt sienna.
And you can see it really does wonders for the floor,
It's
too.
great. It's great.
I can't tell you how hard these bristles are. Where did we find this? I think
Try this brush.
There you go.
Had
Here.
those prunes last night.
Pruins.
Pruins. Now, I'll put the second coat on, and there you go. Just get that roughed in there. Now, the thing with the stain is, you see, you got this wood, and you can actually sand this stain into the wood.
And it would be good to sand the stain into the wood because it'll adhere more. and then you're going to have to put another coat of stain on it anyway to
It'll
make it darker. Got to wait for that to
Do
dry.
this, and then I want to take. Wait a minute. I want to take some of this.
I'm never going to be able to talk about this tabletop.
Sure you are.
That's just solid Van Dyke brown that's going to go on top. Remember, wood always has a myriad of levels to it.
And why did they call it the Van Dyke brown? Because he was a painter back in the old Dutch painters.
That's before he met Rosemarie and Maury Amsterdam.
And Mel. They have the Mel orange.
Gilbert Rohde was a very nice designer. Even though he died early, he designed a lot of stuff in the late 30s and early 40s, and one of his most significant designs, something called a cloud table. And while this isn't the cloud table, you can see the sort of anthropomorphic shape that Noguchi and many others...
Dolly.
He did furniture.
Did a lot of anthropomorphic stuff.
He designed a lot of those wheeled carts. But they did a lot of anthropomorphic shapes, the organic shaped furniture. Remember that kidney table we did? So this is sort of like a floating cloud. With the thin fluted legs, it really seems like it's suspended up above the base. I'm tired of teaching you people stuff.
I'm going to go with a little toner
listen.
here, I think. Let's try some of this. Let's see what we got here.
Go back here.
Yeah, I might pull it together. Here's a red mahogany toner.
Shaking up the lacquer to give it a nice
spray
gloss.
yet.
Why?
Because I got to do some modeling here.
You have to do some modeling,
Yeah.
shall we? A lovely two-piece by Jansen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I have to model.
Also, Jungle Gardenia by Tuvache, the beautiful fragrance of elegant women. Thank you.
Right here. See this modeling?
Yeah.
It's like Dark Patches. You had a dog named Dark Patches, didn't you?
That was the Clarence Carter song.
Well, look, we'll put a little stain on here just to get it a little wet and lubricated, right? And
As we all need that every so often,
and
don't
we
we,
put
folks?
this here, and now we take some of this Van Dyke brown. You know where the Van Dyke brown comes from. We told you that. And you do some modeling just like this. Okay? And then we're going to feather.
You know what's weird? I'll tell you what's weird.
This table's weird, I'll tell you.
You've got sort of a tiger effect here, but on the other side, the veneer that meets our new veneer on the other side, you've got sideways, horizontal streaks. So what side are you going to match? Who knows? What, do you care? You're going to be sitting up with a plate with a gedempes right here. You're not going to say, well, this doesn't match this side, Aunt Harriet, and over here it's another. Smack them right in the face with a fish.
Look, now we got to get into doing the toners, right?
Oh, now look what you did.
So
it's all white on the top.
I cut this piece of cardboard to fit. It conforms to this edge because we got to use the toners. And I'm using, here's a red mahogany, and you want to spray down on that just to give it a little bit of color. Okay?
And then
we have some burnt umber here.
See, layers of various kinds of colors.
And you got to work slow because these will drip if you spray too much on, so you got to spray a little at a time. And here, of course, is the Van Dyke brown spray. And let's see if we get this on here. Stay right on that edge there. You see it's getting darker. Look how Ed's got it over there. Spray a little bit of clear on that,
Of course, look,
Professor.
if you look closely here, you're going to see some white spots. I had a dog named, it's Blush.
Do it.
Here we go.
It'll go away. Not too much now.
There you go.
How's it look?
It's matching very nicely. This part will touch up.
Get a little bit in there.
There we are. While we wait for that to dry, let's go visit somebody. You know, all the friends we visit have two things in common. One, they're artistic.
Two, they're crazy.
Let's go visit one of them now.
He's got some tables to show us.
Johnny!
Guys, come on in.
We're
Good to see ya.
We're here at the studio of Johnny Aiello, kind of like Danny Aiello with a different first name.
And he's been doing things with tables, and they all have a different theme, different setups here.
Very good. This is Narcissus, the guy that's still up in the Elysian fields looking at his reflection. Transfixed for eternity.
Became fond of himself.
That's right. This usually was going to be two tables, and this piece was always loose. Therefore, sometimes in art, it expresses its own needs.
This was the glass top, right?
Yeah, so now it acts as the water, and it allows the space to go through, the triple vision of the shape, and you get the same triplicity, the tripartite fact right when you look in the mirror.
Somebody's talking funny, and it ain't me.
So what's art? It's juxtaposition, so the tables are standing in for people.
He's my hero.
Let's go look at the Dutch family over here.
Now, John, this one I love. I love this construction.
A bunch of tables here.
This is the Dutch family. The tables represent, let's see, mother, father, brother, two sisters, and the little baby.
And the drawer open is what?
The mother holding the kid.
Oh, it's the cradle. I thought she was eating it.
And it's got the black and white tile floor Vermeer, most of the Dutch.
But you're
like
also
that.
bringing in Mondrian and the grids.
Van Doesburg.
Van Doesburg.
That's the Italian way, even though it's Dutch painting.
Right. You put all the things. I knew exactly what he was going for. You know those portraits of the Dutch family with the fat baby and they have wide faces? Well, this is the furniture version.
And you just got regular bathroom tiles down here, right?
No. Are they bathroom tiles?
You could put them in a
I should
bathroom.
put a shower in. And they were put in. I was
Right up
afraid to
here.
move the tables, so we put tile by tile, the whole floor underneath everything.
That's because you're Italian.
That's
That's the way you
I
do
was
it.
born in a construction
Lift up the
family.
cathedral, put the tiles in.
Unify the Dutch,
floor.
but have the
The
Italians
floor.
put in.
Let's go see Ahab next.
Okay. 3-second helps.
Oh, come on around here,
So
John.
this is Ahab.
This is Gregory Peck.
Well,
This is
blow me
Ahab.
down.
I found the white sink porcelain leg in a used architectural store. It reminded me of Peg Leg. It was white, Moby Dick. 1 and 1 is 2. And it even has the, I think you guys call it, distress mark.
The Richard Boone
Which
look.
reminds me of that scar that Gregory Peck had in the
Exactly,
movie.
exactly.
So my father helped, and it's even got a nautical kind of base, the planks. And my father chipped, right after his hip operation,
Oh, well. When
open the drawer. And they do the same thing. This is the piece of the leg.
Whoa.
That was cut
The
out.
whale swallower.
I thought they
That's
were
right.
chocolates.
And so that's all grooved in there, pinned in there. And that's the metaphor for Ahab.
Well, call me Ishmael.
Oh, no, he was quiet till that came out.
Let's go.
Well, wait a minute. We're going to say goodbye now.
I can't show more pieces?
I'm tired. I wanted to
It's
look at more.
over?
Maybe next time we'll come back and we'll look at some
I
more.
got up early.
This is Johnny Aiello. He's a good friend. He's an artist.
Thank you, Johnny.
He's crazy like
Pleasure,
we are.
guys.
It's okay. I'll call the doctor in a little while. Okay?
Okay.
Weren't
I
those,
got-
weren't
I got-
those tables crazy?
I got a lunchbox.
Yes, you did. That John Aiello, he's some craftsman, artist, and crazy person.
He gave me a lunchbox.
He gave you a lunchbox. Yeah, he did. Well, that's all we have time for. We put the veneer on. We stained the veneer. It was a great show. I think. Easy boy.
I got a lunchbox.
Next time, we're going to be sanding down the tabletop, putting a new finish on, and taking all the old leather off the base, and then putting a new burgundy leather on. So until then, I'm Joe Lorario.
Is this food?
He used to be Ed Feldman, as we say all the time.
I got a lunchbox.
Be nice to your furniture.
I got a lunchbox.
Come on.
Are we going back there? Don't take me back there.
We're going to go see Dr. Gazinta.
It's a nice lunchbox.
Coming up next on TLC, just stay nailed to that chair because Joe and Ed are back with good cheer and bad jokes on a second episode of Furniture to Go, showing you how to bring out the best in antique pieces.